"18-year-old Scott Collison is boozing his life away in one long party."
I get up like 2 in the afternoon every day and then drink or smoke, basically. Drugs, sex and alcohol, that's about it. The only thing I tend to want to achieve in the night is to not remember it the next day.
Don't like the way he drinking, taking drugs and smoking. I just like him to be mature a bit about what he's doing.
Scott is wasting his life. No ambition to do anything apart from go out with his mates and have fun, that's it.
Scott's parents divorced when he was 5, but his mother scrimped and saved to send him to a top private school.
My mum spent so much money on my education, but I discovered alcohol and drugs and things that I thought they're more important.
Scott refuses to get a job and hasn't got any money, but it's never a problem.
If my mum hasn't got money, I'll go to my dad. If he hasn't got money, I'll go to my nan. If she hasn't got money, I've got my great-nan, my granddad. There's always someone I can borrow money off. I'm a very good punt.
Even after years of abuse, Scott's mum is still determined to save Scott from himself.
I'm not going to giving up on him. I'm not giving up.
I just want 20 quid. I don't want all of that. No, thank you. I wouldn't say I had a relationship as such with my mum. It's more, she's someone I either borrow money off or argue with.
Only there to make sure you're all right.
Well, I don't need you to make sure I'm all right, do I?
I'm your mother.
I don't care.
I love you.
I don't care.
"17-year-old Billy Spencer thinks she's living the dream."
I actually think sometimes that I was brought on this earth to party.
I've had enough. Okay, so what does that mean? Swivel on out? Really? I mean it. Enough is enough.
Well, you go on my Facebook, literally most of my pictures are of me at my face partying.
Turn the music down. Louder, Bill. I've had enough.
The main casualty of Billy's party lifestyle is her education. She scraped 13 GCSE passes, but is failing her A-levels and has been suspended from school 3 times.
Billy, why did you not do your coursework? Typing over to B and you got a D.
I think that report is a load of crap and they don't know what they're talking about.
She's wasting space talking to you because that's exactly your attitude. It stinks. She doesn't want to do her homework or anything. She just says it's rubbish. She'd rather think about going to a rave or where she's going to get the next bottle of wine from.
And despite holding down 2 jobs, Billy's mum never gets any help around the house.
I'm not washing up. I'm not going to get me washing up. I'm not washing up.
Billy has never done any chores. She doesn't know how to hoover, she doesn't know how to clean the bathroom, she doesn't know how to tidy up, she doesn't know how to bring the dishes downstairs.
I'm not washing up.
Today you
No, I'm not. My mum's role in this house is to do everything. She is in this house to do the cleaning, to make the dinner. That is her role. That's not going to change.
Billy's parents split up when she was 2 years old. Billy was raised by her mum and rarely speaks with her father.
There's things with my dad that makes me feel like, why should I bother speaking to him? Dad should make effort, but he doesn't make an effort whatsoever.
Yeah, Billy's dad is Billy's got a lot of her dad's ways. Selfish. At the moment, I could kill her and she could kill me. And I don't really know what I've done wrong.
To try and get their lives back on track, both teens have agreed to spend a week living with new parents on the other side of the world.
You got everything?
Yeah, everything.
Money?
Yep.
Passport?
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
I would like him to go up and have responsibility. If he changes, then maybe we'll be able to talk like a mother and son.
Right, listen to me, be a good girl, try your best to try and do what they say to do. Try not to be defiant and don't be rude. Love ya. Bye, babe. I want her to learn to appreciate what she's got at home and appreciate how easy she's got it, rather than thinking she's so hard done by all the time.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name's Billy.
I'm Scott.
Hello, Scott.
Where are you from?
Croydon.
Southend.
I really want to sunbathe.
The British teenagers are being sent here, 5,000 miles away to Mombasa on the Kenyan coast. They will be staying with the Magazas, a hard-working Christian family with a traditional African approach to parenting.
You must respect the elders. The father must be given that respect. The mother must be given that respect. Total, there's no way out.
Let us pray. I can be very, very strict if I have to, especially when disobeyed. When there's disobedience, then I have to put my foot down.
Dad Dixon manages 1,000 employees at the city's Environmental Health Department. His wife Faith stays at home to look after the children.
My dad is really strict. If you break the rules, he can be very scary. When we were young, he used to cane us.
I haven't ever answered my parents back. I haven't talked to them rudely, and because I've been taught not to, and I just can't do it.
For the Magazas, education is the top priority. They spend 90% of their income on sending their kids to Mombasa's most expensive school.
We have made a lot of sacrifice because we would have had maybe our own private house by now, instead of paying rent or staying in such a small place. But we decided to put everything aside for these children to have the right education.
After a 9-hour flight, the British teenagers arrive in Kenya.
I'll show you what I've been through.
The coastal port of Mombasa, with a population of 700,000, is Kenya's second largest city.
These guys are actually working hard, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't know how they can like push all these heavy things in this heat. Oh, it's a shock.
1 in 4 people survive on less than 60 pence a day, and many live in sprawling urban slums.
The place looks dangerous. I haven't seen any white people yet.
Scott, I'm shitting myself. I'm so scared. Just about where we're staying. Shit.
We are not staying here. Hi, I'm Scott. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Same here.
My name is Mugaza.
Okay,
hello.
fine, Mrs. Mugaza. Okay. So feel at home.
Thank you.
And let's see how things are going to be. But we are happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
For the next 8 days, Billy and Scott will live by the same rules as the Magaza children.
I'm Valerie. Njua.
My name's Billy.
Nice to meet you.
And like any other visitor, they'll be expected to respect their values.
Hello, Billy.
I think the first thing we have to do as Christians is to pray, to thank God that you are here safely. Okay. That's what we do, yeah. So we are going to have a short prayer.
Okay.
Okay. We thank you, dear Lord, for bringing us our guests today. We hope that we are going to be with them and they are going to be very nice to us. And we are hoping that everything is going to be fine and eventually we shall remain friends forever. Amen. So then we'll just show you to your rooms.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the boys' room.
Okay.
That's the bed. John and you are going to share.
Okay.
Yes. The ladies' room. Choose any bed. Anyone that you like. You'll share with Valerie.
Okay.
Just like home, okay? All right. All right. So this is our kitchen. It's small, but this is how we manage. So this is the washroom.
Fewer than half of all Kenyans have access to clean running water in their homes. So by Kenyan standards, the Magaza's 3-bed apartment is luxurious.
It's a total slum, isn't it? I don't know why people would want to live here.
I don't really like their bathroom, and they've got rationed like water. I call my family poor, and then you come here.
I couldn't live
So
comfortably
great.
here, I don't think, at all.
No, I couldn't either. No way.
Not by any standards.
No way.
The teens aren't the only ones taken aback.
The kids are a bit shocking, let me say. The first sight, especially of Scott, is quite surprising to us because we don't expect it from a teenager in our country. The tattoos are just too many. And the piercings also not allowed.
Really, it's the whole body, somebody's putting the tattoo in that. I don't know what he's thinking of. I'm shocked. If they are removable, we'll remove them. That's my feelings.
Billy and Scott, please come in.
Before they are fully welcomed into the household, Faith and Dixon want to make sure the teens know exactly what's expected of them.
Have a seat. Feel comfortable.
Okay, then we go to the family rules. These are family rules and they must be obeyed. And without obeying, then definitely there are consequences which may not be very nice. So we wouldn't want to reach to that extent. Okay. While you are living with us, disobedience will not be tolerated. We do not allow smoking anywhere.
I'm not sure if I can go that length without smoking, to be honest.
We'll see to that.
We will not tolerate the drinking of alcohol. Alcohol is bad for your body and makes you behave like an imbecile.
I don't really function without
It's going
alcohol.
to be hard not to have a drink the whole time. At some point.
Okay, let's continue.
I really need to smoke and drink right now, to be honest.
Okay.
We'll see to this.
Okay, the next one. We do not allow piercings or tattoos. This is permanent or temporary?
Permanent.
And the hairstyle.
What about my hair?
It doesn't go well here with African culture. First, they get an impression that you are a rogue. Secondly, they also believe that the people who do piercing here in Mombasa, as it is now, are homosexuals. Would you like that?
This is why we are telling you it's very important to listen to us.
If you break any of these rules, you will be punished by being sent to grandmas where you will have to do hard labor. Because even when John and Valerie make mistakes, they have to go to grandmas.
You will change.
If we need like a little time out, can we go outside for a bit?
Outside here, down here?
Yeah.
Okay, but mark you, all the other houses are watching. So let me hope that you're not asking that because you want to be cheeky outside there.
You have a cigarette,
to have
you
a
have a
smoke.
smoke.
I won't be
Because this is
cheeky,
one
I'm
community.
cheeky.
We live like a community here.
Yeah.
And we respect each other and there are some expectations, from each family.
One thing I need to stress.
Yeah.
These are not coming out. The 100, they are not coming out at all.
Scott, you young man, listen to what we tell you. It's for your own benefit. It's not for my benefit. I'm a very good man, and I can change to be the worst man ever. Yes.
It's killing my life already.
Despite Dixon's warning, Billy and Scott react to the rules in the only way they know how.
I ain't going a whole week without drinking.
I go back in pissed, stink of smoke. He seems scary. Like,
I can't wait till he starts raising his voice. That'll be a funny argument.
when he raises his voice, I'll just tell him to swivel on it and get out of my face and walk out.
Got to totally hide my arm, my ears. I've got to cut my hair.
Yeah, you've
What's
got
wrong
it.
with my hair?
Me.
My hair's totally fine. Apparently I'm going to get followed around by a load of gays in a big group and they're going to try and rape me.
Billy is okay. She may be hiding a few things which we are yet to discover, but she's not that badly off. She's a nice girl. But Scott is an issue. Quite shocking, and because in our culture, I would not expect him to answer back, to tell me that he's going to do this. He must smoke, he must drink. So, and in African culture, sometimes people would resort to even caning, thoroughly.
In Kenya, homosexuality is still illegal, and gay men are often ridiculed in public.
Slot, we agreed.
Yeah, 1 second.
Protective of his hard man image, Scott has decided to remove his earrings while in public.
I'm mad if I don't take these out and get followed around by a load of gays. To be honest, this looks worse than having them in. It's ridiculous. It's like prison.
But his piercings aren't the only issue.
The haircut right now is more of a rowdy person, so it's not allowed really. And we would become a spectacle for everyone. So we don't want that. You probably have to cover the hair with a hat.
I'm not wearing a hat, to be honest. I'd rather not go than to wear a hat.
It's very necessary.
I'm not arguing with that, I'm just not wearing a hat.
You know, the more we argue, the more we are wasting time.
There's only one solution that's going to keep both parties happy.
The haircut is not bad for England, but for Africa here, Kenya, it's pretty strange. We don't want them to mistake you for a bad person. This is very nice. I'm so proud of you, Slot. Yeah, I'm so proud of you, really. Very nice. It's great.
Not happy.
Thank you.
It's what? It's just gone 5 o'clock and we're up for school. No, this is a joke.
Kenya has one of the highest literacy rates in Africa, but education is still considered a privilege.
I hope it's like a half-decent school.
Oh my. I reckon it's going to be shreds.
Scott had an exclusive private education. He's confident he can handle anything Kenyan school has to throw at him.
Kind of assuming I'll be the smartest kid there. I mean, fairly certain I was in the top sort of like 1% of the world, like nation or whatever, I don't know. Like, I think I'm really, really smart.
Education is at the heart of the Magaza's priorities, and Faith wants to make sure the teens know it.
Education is very, very important in your lives and for your future. So please take it seriously and be cooperative because you are representing our family. So I don't expect Billy to start arguing with teachers, you know. And Scott as well, please behave at your best.
The teens are heading for Coral High, 10 miles north of Mombasa. The school motto is Think Success, and head teacher Rosa Kemwa insists her 120 pupils achieve it.
Parents choose to bring their children here because we are very, very particular about discipline. Because we believe without discipline, there's nothing you can do in life.
Coral High charges just £240 a year, but that's as much as an average Kenyan's annual income. So many parents struggle to afford the fees.
In this district, most of the children are disadvantaged. They come from families that live below the poverty line. Hello, come right in, ma'am. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Welcome to Coral Junior High School.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you here. We hope you're going to do everything as per the school rules of this institution. Those are our 30 commandments or rules. Are you pleased about it? It's okay with you?
Can't wait.
Good. So tomorrow when you come in, I would expect it to be up to here.
Oh, I'm not shaving my beard off. Seriously, I'm not getting rid of that.
That's a school rule, my dear.
No, I understand, but I'm not.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
With the lessons about to begin, Principal Akemwa wants the new pupils in uniform and in class. But the school doesn't have a pair of trousers large enough for Scott.
36 inches and the leg's 33.
36?
Yeah.
We have not had that size. It's okay. For today, we will allow him to be like that.
Is he not wearing anything like that?
It's because he hasn't got his size. He hasn't got his size.
Today. Tomorrow he has to wear it.
Well, can I wear mine tomorrow then? Because I don't see it fair as Scott being allowed to wear his shorts today and I've got to wear uniform. I can wear it tomorrow, but if Scott's not wearing his today, why should I wear mine?
You didn't come here because of Scott, my dear.
No, I'm not having to wear.
Wow.
See what is happening here?
I'm not wearing uniform.
Should I
if
give
Scott
you half an
don't.
hour to think? Because
No,
I'm not,
I don't want
if I have to
half
take
hour to
action,
think.
it's going to be very bad.
I
You
don't
are
want
embarrassing
half
me
hour.
here.
I'm not embarrassing you.
You are,
I'm
you
not,
are, and you are disrespecting
You're not
my
listening
family.
to me. You're not
I have
listening to me.
listened
You're
to
not
you.
seeing where I'm coming
You don't
from.
want to reason, that's why.
I am listening, but you're not seeing where I'm coming from. I think it's out of order. I'll wear uniform as soon as Scott wears uniform.
I
We've both
don't
come
think
here
it's
for the
fair
same
because,
reason.
Look here. You are responsible for your own life.
I think this is
Okay.
taking the piss at the moment, to be honest.
Fine, then we go back home and we see what will be done at home because
No,
this is not right.
You need to understand where I'm coming
No,
from.
I'm not going to understand. I refuse because this is not your school. This is just school rule.
Oh, do you know
Uniform
what?
has
Just
to
give me
be
the
worn.
trousers. Just give me the
cannot say.
trousers.
You'll
Just
wear
give
the
me the trousers.
trousers
Yeah,
now?
just give me the
Fine,
trousers.
okay. Let's go to the office then.
Right, I'll wait here. Can you get it? Because I've got to
I can't get them for you, my dear. You are younger than me. Go get your trousers. Tell the principal that you are ready to wear your trousers now. In our society here, I wouldn't expect that. Even if my daughter wanted to complain about something, she would not do it in front of the principal. It was not nice. But at least I'm happy that she finally accepted, which means that she actually backed down and she decided to understand.
We want to hear stories and experiences from Britain. So we need to hear from the two friends of us. So Scott, you are welcome.
Before starting lessons, the teens must introduce themselves to their fellow students.
Hi everyone, I'm Scott. I'm 18 from England in the UK. Yeah, I went to a very good school in Britain, but I had a really low attendance. Like, I came in like 2 or 3 times a week. I failed all my grades. I drink a lot and I do a lot. And basically, I just like to party and I don't like to work.
What's the worst thing you've ever done?
I don't know, the worst things I've done, like steal money from my family, do drugs and then smash cars up on the way home, and I've been to hospital for drinking too much. Things like that. I get into a lot of fights at home.
Hello, my name's Gilly. I'm from England as well. At home, I usually just sit on my computer, go out drinking. I've done a lot of drugs, from ecstasy to cocaine, everything. I've been in a lot of trouble with the police for fights, drinking. I hit a policeman before, and then I got arrested for it. And I went home, and my mum went mad.
While Scott and Billy are feeling pleased with themselves, the bragging about their lifestyles has shocked their Kenyan classmates.
What I heard about them was shocking because to parents, they feel hurt when they see their children stealing their money, taking drugs, abusing them.
Them taking drugs like cocaine, right? It's just like, wow, are you serious?
The life in England, it is not good. If you have been given a lot of money, you will go and drink and do whatever you want and you will forget about education.
Kenyan teenagers spend 4 years studying for a certificate of secondary education. But it's all too easy if, like Scott, you think you're one of the world's cleverest people.
Child work. It's easy though, so I can just get on with it and carry on. So I shouldn't really complain.
So, mental arithmetic, let me start with Mr. Scott. If 10 men can take 5 days to finish a job, how long will 15 men take?
2.5 days. No.
The simple answer Scott's looking for is 3 1/3.
10 men can take 5 days. How long will 15 men take to finish the same job?
I can't put it into a calculation in my head.
Okay, thank you, Scott.
Literally like 10 seconds after he went away, I remembered how to do things, but it weren't really important, so I'm not too bothered. It's like primary school stuff. There's no point. It's boring.
After lunch, Scott is called into the head teacher's office to discuss his non-regulation facial hair.
So you're not going to do anything about your beard?
I'm just not getting rid of it.
Have you seen any boy in class with beards?
No, not like mine. I don't want to be the same as everyone else.
Even if I gave you a big razor here, you cannot do it?
I'm not changing my mind.
Don't want to change your mind?
No.
You are made up?
Yep.
Then I'm not going to have you in class. Okay, just get out. Never in the history of this school have I had a student who says, I cannot shave my beard. That kind of a child is a kind of a spoiled child completely. Because sometimes like this, it becomes a bad influence and shows to the other students. So the only alternative I'm left with is to have him out of the school compound completely.
Mrs. Magaza has been called to come and collect Scott.
Hello.
What's happening?
I've been kicked out
Why?
because I won't shave.
It's good to sometimes make compromises.
I don't think I
Just
should
for 2 days, Scott. Consider that. It is also embarrassing me, actually. It's embarrassing our family, really, you know.
I have made effort to come here. I have cut my hair and I have taken my piercings out.
Yeah.
And I've like...
This is very embarrassing for me. I don't even know how to face
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing
Our
for
family,
me.
Mr. Mugaza, is making calls all the way. He's supposed to be in a meeting right now, but he keeps calling me asking, what is happening? Why has he done that? You know, it's a letdown completely.
I'm still not going to change my mind.
After school, the teens were expecting to go to the beach, but Faith and Dixon want to talk to them about their behaviour in school.
Since we're going to the beach, can I go and have a cigarette quick? Because I haven't had one in like ages, and I really need to have one. Like, really need to have one. And I'll be like 2 minutes, so
I think yesterday you had us say it very clearly that it's not allowed here.
Well, I need to have a cigarette, and I'm not.
Nobody is going to the beach now.
She reckons she's going to cancel the beach trip now because of that.
Oh, she can suck my big toe then. I'll sunbathe on this bit of mud. The beach trip will be cancelled. Cancel the beach trip. It don't really bother me. I will come out here with my towel and I will lay down naked. Actually, just in case it does get to the stage where they do want to take these, I'm taking so I've still got more stuff.
Smoking is not just a breach of the Magaza's trust. Billy is only 17, so in Kenya, she's breaking the law.
Now, Billy, what has happened?
I had to have a cigarette and no one's stopping me from having a cigarette.
You're taking this whole thing like a joke. Because yesterday we discussed with you.
Yesterday you said you had no
You said you had no cigarettes?
You were cheating us.
Yeah, all right. I might have told a little white lie, but like, I don't know. I'm not going to give you my cigarettes.
I'm sorry, but if you're a minor in our country, you don't say what is to be done in the house. There are rules that need to be followed.
Do you not think cancelling the whole trip's a bit over the top?
Yesterday you cheated me. That you don't have cigarettes, and you have the cigarettes now.
You can't just cancel the trip because
Yeah,
it's
I have
smoking.
cancelled that trip and I'm giving you punishment, and if you're not taking it, I know what to do later.
Next.
I think that's ridiculous.
Yes. I'm going to have a more worse punishment than that. Even put you in cells. I don't care about it.
No, I'm not going in any cells, I'm
No,
afraid.
you will.
No, I won't. I think that's ridiculous, to be
there.
honest. That's just stupid.
There you go.
The law does allow 18-year-old Scott to smoke, but it's normal for Kenyan parents to call the police during family disputes.
I ain't having that. Getting friends put in cells. That's ridiculous.
We're not going to put you in a cell.
Well, he
It's
seems
not
to
the
think he's
police,
some
is
sort of
it?
big man. He won't put me in a cell. Please.
Puts me in a cell.
Knock him out.
And I'm sure I'll live a little bit in the cell.
If he tries to put me in a cell, I'm packing my bags and leaving.
I was really shocked because I thought Billy was okay. She looked like she was adapting. But then she came out with the cigarettes and they're out. So now it's a whole different story.
They need to be taught that in this world you cannot be selfish because you have to think about what you do will affect other people. So they done something and they're going to pay for it badly.
Do you have anything you want to tell us now? Are you sorry for our smoking?
I'm not
Rather
sorry for
disobeying?
it. I'm not sorry for
Disobeying
it.
our rules?
I'm not apologising because I don't think I've done anything wrong, to be honest.
You did not smoke.
No, I did, but...
So you don't care about our rules?
No, I care,
That's
but...
the conclusion we're going to make.
Some of
Because
the
if you
rules-
say that you will still do what we're asking you not to do while you're here. So now, because of that, we definitely have to do something about that.
So we can't go to the beach because of the cigarette?
Yes.
Yeah, even
Oh my
Instead, we are
God.
going elsewhere.
telling people you're
Elsewhere, like where?
Yeah, we're
Telling
going to visit grandmom now. Scott is gonna remain here while I go with you.
Just me?
Yeah.
I don't
I
want to
need
go.
to speak to you privately.
I don't want to go to Grandma's on my own. I'm not going on my own. No, I'm not going there on my own. I'm not going.
I'm going with you.
I'm not going somewhere I don't know. No, I'm not.
You see, again, you're using abusive language. You see? This is a very big problem here. A big one.
The Magaza children are no strangers to being punished at Grandma's. Valerie has some wise words of experience for Billy.
I don't even think I've seen them like this. In how many years? I don't know. I haven't seen them like this before. You've done something
really
wrong.
needed to have a fag.
Yeah,
And
I know,
like,
but can't you control your urge in a way?
I don't know.
If you're stressed, take sweets, play something, run around. You know, like have lollipops, be hyper, scream.
I can't
But
just change. I can't just.
well, are you willing to do it?
I'm willing to do it.
Yeah.
And I will go. But if it gets too much, then
what will you do?
I'll walk off and I won't
where?
do it. I don't know, to wherever there is to walk off to.
There is nowhere to walk off to. Okay, there's a road, okay, but you can't walk off there. It's dangerous, you don't understand. This is Kenya.
Grandma's village is 30 miles from Mombasa. Without any modern amenities, she's raised 9 children here on her own.
Discipline is good because children obey their parents, respect the people, older people. Drinking and smoking, you don't allow them.
Okay. Here we are in Mazera's Grandma's place.
In Kenya, the word of elders is law.
Sit down.
So what Grandma says, goes. She decides that Billy's punishment is to perform physical labour and stay in the village overnight.
Tomorrow morning?
Yes.
I really want to stay.
I know you don't want to stay. You have come here not because you want it.
I'm not staying. You need to get me up there. No, I've just got here and they're telling me I'm staying here. No, I'm not. I'm not staying up. I'm not staying.
There is nothing.
I haven't got anything against you. It's not. I've just got here. I haven't got any of my stuff. I don't feel comfortable just staying here.
We are not bad people here.
No, I know. I'm not saying you're bad.
You are not saying that. But I'm telling you, don't be worried.
At home, Billy always gets her own way. But despite the tears, Faith is determined not to back down.
See, for me, it is wrong for me to go back and start asking her, oh, we are sorry, why are you crying, you know, because in our culture, when you are instilling something, you have to make sure it is instilled. You don't go back again on your word.
After talking to Grandma, Billy agrees to stay in pound maize, the staple food of the village.
Good work. Almost done. See? It's changing.
She's a good girl.
Grandma was born in 1920 and still pounds maize every day. Her humble approach to life has touched Billy.
Not that way. Can't you see me to face yourself on this side? Yeah, there you go.
She's so nice. Makes me upset. Like, in fact, she's really nice and she talks about her life and how she's done it all on her own and stuff. It's hard work, like you think. Like they have to do that, like what, every day? Not a lot really makes me cry, but when you see things like this, it probably makes you realise what we've got.
After 4 hours solid effort, Billy has earned Faith's forgiveness.
Let me tell you that I'm very proud of you. I am, because you took that initiative, you came and pounded the maize, which is a very hard task for you. You've never done it in your life. So I do understand why you can feel quite upset. It's tiring also, but just take it as part of life. Growing up, it's an experience.
Yeah.
Yes. So don't think that these people don't like me or they hate me. No, we like you. Just like Valerie, the way I love my daughter is the way I love you now. Yeah.
Back in the city, and Scott is about to find out what his punishment will involve.
Lazy people. Mr. Scott, wake up. Today you'll follow me to work.
As part of his job, Dixon manages the city's rubbish collection department. He's arranged for Scott to spend the day on the bins with his operations manager, Mr. Sadiq.
I just wanted to brief Scott that this is Mr. Sadiq.
So you and I today are going to be rubbish men. Please?
Since dropping out of college, work-shy Scott has never held down a job. Dixon thinks it's about time he learned the value of hard work.
He's never done anything before. Just sitting idle, drinking, boozing. He's lazy. That's the only thing you put it. He's lazy.
Mr. Sadiq wants Scott to join a team of 8 men clearing up a busy market square.
I'm not touching that.
You'll get used to.
I'm not getting used to anything. I'm not going near that, I promise you. It stinks. Can't breathe. The whole street's just full of rubbish. I'm not going near any of this. It's disgusting. It's minging. I thought Southend was a shithole, but Southend's like Hilton compared to this place.
Almost half of all Kenyans are out of work. And with no welfare state, a job can be the difference between life and death.
He doesn't want to work, even if it means to earn a living. So we must actually try to take him away from that attitude. He must have an attitude change.
Appalled by Scott's behaviour, Mr. Sadiq marches him back to the pound to explain himself to Dixon.
The smell just made me really ill. I couldn't touch the rubbish. It just made me feel sick, to be honest. Unhygienic.
The way it looks, you just want to have an easy life. You sleep, you get money. How do you get money like that? Stealing?
No, I borrow from my family.
And that's nonsense, really. Look at me, I'm coming to work. I'm not here to wait for my mama to give me money to buy my things. This is very simple, yeah? Scott, decide for yourself, decide for your life. This is it. What kind of boy is this? He's useless. I've never been to Britain, but I'm surprised, I'm shocked if this is how they are. I'm sorry for Britain.
Dixon could have given Scott's shift to one of the locals who come to the pound every day desperate for work. He wants Scott to realise what it would have meant to one of them.
The situation by now is very bad, because we all people who don't have job and we have nowhere to look after our family. In fact, we have to come here only because there is no any other job outside this place. But now we have nothing to do.
So, Scott, you can understand now, he wants the job so that he could feed the family, he could look after the family. And here you are, refusing the job. Is that fair? Scott, is that fair, really?
No, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
I feel horrible. I've taken his job and now he's got no money to feed his family or whatever. So if they don't eat tonight, it's my fault. Makes you feel like absolute shit.
Their punishment's over, and the school have agreed to accept the teens back, despite Scott's facial hair.
I'd like you to construct a sentence using will and have.
I will have my dinner later.
I want a sentence that looks this way.
For Billy, it's a chance to hear about the lives of her classmates.
My dad he's a drunkard, but the way I see him behaving with my mom, I totally don't like it.
Yeah.
Because he gets drunk, beats up my mom. Then I say, if getting married is like this, better living single. And education helps you a lot. Like here in Kenya, without education, there's nowhere you can go. Nowhere at all. Life there at home with your mother, how is it?
Me and my mum argue a lot about money and getting drunk and things like that. But yeah, we can get on sometimes, but there's not a man in the house. There's no dad, so if there was a man there, maybe it'd be a bit more strict. They really appreciate school and schoolwork and sort of getting on with things out here. A lot of my mates just have like ambitions to become a footballer's wife. It's not the same out here. They really like know what they want to be, sort of thing, and I don't know, they want to do it for good sort of reasons.
I want to improve the modern technology of the aeroplanes. I want to be the first person to make the fastest aeroplane ever seen in the world.
I would get a scholarship in a good university.
In English, pupils have been asked to read out speeches they've written about their ambitions in life.
Yes, Scott, tell us what you want to be after 10 years.
I don't really want to read it, if that's okay.
Go on, Scott.
After all his showing off on the first day, Scott's confidence appears to have deserted him.
No. I don't want my speech read out.
Why?
Because it's embarrassing.
No, read. We are waiting for you.
You'll have to wait all day.
He shakes as if he's going to faint, like something like that. Bailey is like the boy and Scott is like the girl.
He was shaking, he was sweating, he could only look down.
Scott's cocky front is crumbling as he struggles to be honest about his real feelings.
I answered the question. I don't want to read the speech out.
After school, Mr. McGarza decides to give Scott a second chance to prove himself at work. His own upbringing was in stark contrast to the average British teenager.
You know, we had a really hard life, really hard life. We are in a family of about 9. And my father died when you were very young. At your age, I was not doing everything for myself. Even getting some casual labor, I really worked hard for, because my mother could not afford it. We are proud of that. We're proud of that. And I say that because I know you can do it.
I respect him quite a lot, to be honest. He has done really well. Like, he's worked solidly for like his whole life, even when he was young. So, yeah, he deserves full respect, to be honest. I just want to prove that I can actually work without them just looking at me as if I'm some sort of failure.
Mr. Sadiq put Scott to work clearing piles of rubbish off the streets.
Been working for about 10 minutes. Knackered. I haven't done a full day's work for about a year. I haven't done half a day's work for about a year, so there's dust everywhere.
Oh, Mr. Scott is doing tremendously now. Today he has proved that he can perform, and he's doing it skillfully.
It's a woman's job.
Congratulations for that change of heart. Yeah? Always have a change of heart. Always think that you can do good, you can do perfect. Yeah? And that one will give you a drive to do any job on earth here.
After seeing the people here and that, and working and that, I feel like I really should get a job and work and earn my own living instead of sponging off people. Because, yeah, I think I'll get more of an achievement out of that, the fact that I can earn my own money rather than having to borrow and take from people.
One of you should pray today.
Who is praying?
I don't know really how to start it. I'll just try. Oh God, thank you for blessing us with this food today. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, try. This is a try.
Okay. How was your day today?
It's Scott and Billy's last day at Coral High, and Principal Okemwa has entered them into the school poetry competition.
My family are very special to me. I love and care for my family. One day I hope to have my own family and be happy. Families should have love, happiness and respect. A family should trust one another and care for one another.
Scott's never read a poem out in public before, but with his confidence boosted, he has an opportunity to show he's matured.
I find it difficult to talk about emotions in front of people, especially when you're trying to portray like an arrogant sort of blokey image, and then you're reading out like emotional poems or just anything about yourself. I find it difficult.
Last but not least is Scott. Can you clap for him?
It's not very good, by the way. What my family means to me. I don't see much of my family, but they still mean the world to me. Sometimes I think I drive them crazy because I take their money because I'm lazy. I spend it on alcohol that makes me sick, and they all think that I'm a dick. Then we argue for a while, but in the end we always smile. There's nothing for me that they wouldn't do, and I feel the same way about them too.
That's great, yeah. Oh, it was great. I think the two students did perfectly well. But the best of the best was Scott's, because there was all that we needed in a poem.
I think people have the wrong idea about me. I don't think I got a lot of sympathy as a kid or attention, so I crave it in a different way. Like, I make myself all arrogant and cocky and confident and draw the attention to me. I get stupid haircuts and piercings, and I like to be the person that the attention is drawn on. I like to think I'm something special, when maybe I'm not. I think if I want to be something special, I've got to try a lot harder.
I'm alright, thank you. You alright?
Back home, Billy and Scott are eager to show off their achievements to the Magazas.
I've seen what you've done. This is very good, don't you think?
Yeah, we are so proud of you. We are really very happy.
I hope you guys are proud of yourselves too for achieving such.
Results
Yeah.
in such a short time.
I want to go back to school and sort of like focus on my work, try and get my A levels so I can go to university.
That's good.
Thank you. They gave us like a plant to plant in the ground for like memory.
Really nice.
We have a
Very
tree
good
in
memory.
Africa dedicated to us.
Yeah.
We only need to plant a Mugaza tree in England.
If only you could carry one.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
We'll send you pictures of it as it grows.
It was very hectic in the beginning, but now I feel very, very proud because they've achieved so much in just a week, and you can see how good they are. So now I know I have 4 kids, not only 2. Yes.
The time has come for the British teens to leave Kenya and return to their families back home.
Thank you for coming on.
Wow.
Miss you. Hopefully
Wish
see
you
you
all
again.
the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're teary now.
You You've seen how my kids are really gonna miss you. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, it's been a hard battle and we fought and we won together. So please, let's keep in touch. Very, very proud of you. I just want to see achievements in you.
Thank you very much.
You're a great family.
Thank you.
You've learned what you've learned here. You've seen what you've seen here. Please, don't let us down.
Bye-bye, see you.
Always going to remember this week in Kenya. Always. And although I've argued with Mrs. Magaza a lot, I've realised that everything she was doing in the week was for my own good and to help me. It's made me realise like I can do things for myself and that I need to show a bit more respect at home.
This experience is completely different to what I thought it would be. I expected a holiday to just give some random Kenyan parents a bit of attitude and then go and enjoy myself. But I've widened my perspective on my entire life. I've seen things in myself I don't like and I want to change them. So that's something for the future.
I hope Billy comes back from Kenya with a different attitude to life, basically, and realises that you just don't get anywhere if you don't try. No, you've got to help yourself. You've got to get on with it. Hopefully, going on this trip, she would have learnt something, you know? We'll see though, won't we?
Look at the colour of you.
Look at you. How come you're so brown?
I'm so happy to be home. Do you want a cup of tea?
Yes, please. How come you learned to make tea?
I learnt to do a lot in Africa. Here you go, Mum. There's your tea.
Thank you, my darling. I can't believe you made me a cup of tea.
It's all right. Anytime.
She went out the door as a child and she's come back as an adult with some manners and everything. It's great.
It's really made me realise out there that I've got to show you some more respect and be nice and try and get on with my schoolwork more and spend more time on my education and less on just going out partying and stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try. I'm really sorry, Mum, for before.
Before Scott went away, I was worried about his behaviour. I hope this experience will change him to be a completely different person. Hello, sir.
All right, Mom.
Oh, miss you.
Got some certificates from school, Mum.
Oh. Well done.
I think it's only fair I apologise for being such a knob for the last few years and stop all my drinking and arguing and moaning and complaining and pouncing money. I am going to stop that now and really just try hard at looking for a job and doing well with my life.
I'm so pleased your attitude changed. Things are going to look better now for both of us.
Mum.
I feel so proud. I was lost him for like 2 years, but now I'm really pleased I have my son back.